Today I'm going to see how much loot we can farm up in about 12 minutes of a map clearing session. So let's get started. Now, I don't really know how well this is going to go, but I need to get loot because, as you guys know, I'm still in HQ20. I've been in HQ20 for months now, and I just want to get out of HQ20. That's all I really want. So we're going to try to farm up. We're going to try to get 2 massive upgrades done today. Hopefully each will give me just this massive amount of loot. But yeah, I have to win battles and I have to defeat players that have a lot of loot. So I'm gonna try my best here. I'm gonna try my best to get as much loot as we can in about 12 minutes. And the reason I want to do 12 minutes is it makes for around a pretty good video. But let's see here. So you know what? I might just count this all up in post instead. Actually, I knew about what we had in loot before attacking that player, so I can just do the math later. We're gonna find a new opponent. He has a lot of gold, but pretty much nothing of the other loot. This player also doesn't really have a lot of loot, but is easier, so there is a benefit to finding a new opponent if they're tough. Yeah, so I boosted up resource reward. I have 4 resource reward statues boosted up, which is less than my main account, I believe, when I was pushing and trying to get HQ26 maxed out, which is just a pain because the defenses are each like 8 million of each loot. But on this account, I only have 4, which is usually good enough. When I boost them up, I'm able to get some big upgrades done. Usually it's only 1 big upgrade. I'm hoping today I'll have 2. Haven't really done like a map clearing session before, so don't know how this is going to go. Or within the last week or so. So bases have kind of just been accumulating on my map, which is really good. This guy has a ton of ice statues, which is not good for me. However, it's not that hard of a base, but I am a little bit worried just because there's so many ice statues. I might lose this very fast. So I'm gonna wait as long as possible, get my shocks out. And my troops are doing really well. Let's get some medkits out. Very nice. Level 62 drops. Literally had so much ice. We still pulled out the win with unboosted offensive statue boosts with warriors. Unboosted warriors. I'll just leave it at that. You know, I have resource reward boosted, but when I say unboosted, I mean no offensive boost. Okay, shield generator. Where is this shield generator? What? I think it's like right in here somewhere. I feel like I just saw it. Let's just drop critters. See where it's at in here, because it kind of changes my attack. Oh, it's back there. Okay. Okay, so let's retreat and do this again. So there's 2 rocket launchers that can hit my critters. And I'm gonna try to just use critters. Actually, we have a remote defib. We might as well use it. Let's get it down at the top. That'll spawn in some riflemen, which will help me out. I am kind of losing my voice, and I don't really know why. I think my after effects from having COVID is still kind of active. So I think that's probably why. I had COVID about 2 weeks ago now, so I feel a lot better. It's just some side effects are not the greatest. Okay. Troops are down. Flare up above the core. That will keep them kind of in a nice line. And then we'll get 2 smokes at the end. Trying to let my hero walk into the second smoke. Perfect. We'll flare down. Get a med kit out. Hero is going to hit a bunch of these troops. We'll save and we'll get our shocks out. And we'll hit the core. It will be a nice win and a lot of loot. This guy had a ton of loot, so this is going to be very nice, and it's going to add some significant numbers to my resume here. Okay, I think it was over 1 million gold. It's a lot. It was a lot indeed. Let's find a new opponent. Not really a lot of loot. Level 52, a decent amount. Worse than the last player, but better than the player I found a new opponent for, so I'll take it. And I think probably a little easier than the person I found a new opponent for. I mean, this guy's only a level 52, so we should be good here. There's not really a way I would lose this. So we'll get our shocks out, we'll get some med kits out. I don't really understand why people at this level, low of level, have ice statues. Like, you're not stopping anyone. You can have as much ice as you want. I can still defeat a level 52 blindfolded. Not actually blindfolded, but easily I can defeat one. Okay, let's destroy. That will be in. We'll destroy. That will be in my tribes. Here's a level 56. Get a barrage out, get my warriors out, and flare up to the core. And you can tell very quickly how to use warriors if you're new to warriors. I mean, it's simple. You just drop your warriors, get a couple smokes out. Well, before you do that, take down any mines on the way up to the core. Drop your warriors, flare, not to the core, right under the core. Yeah, and then smoke and get your troops to the core, shock the shock launchers. It's really not that difficult. However, knowing what path to take is probably the hardest part, but you learn that through just time and experience. I can look at a base and know pretty quickly what a good path is. Now, that path that I would find is not always the best path, and usually if I attack a base and I fail, then the next time attacking I'll think of a new path. So there definitely are like multiple options. There's probably not one just like best path, unless you're attacking a corner base, which is, this is the best path to take, just like right along the side of the wall. You might as well use the base to your advantage. But finding the right path is definitely a skill that needs to be acquired, but it's not that hard of a skill. Like, you unlock smoke at level 32, and you can probably have really good path finding skills after like 10 levels, so like level 42, and you'll be a master with warriors. Especially if you watch our videos, because I mean, you're watching someone that's really good with warriors, and you can see how they're using them, and you can do the same things, and you can do the same path. I mean, I've been using warriors on this account since I got smoke, so that should show you that, oh, one, Christian knows what he's talking about, and two, you can do the exact same thing. You can use warriors to take down players. Warriors are the best troop in the game from level 32 to level 53. Then you unlock bombardiers, and bombardiers are the best troop in the game. But warriors are just so far above other troops. They're just insanely strong. You're able to take down pretty difficult bases, and you can just steamroll people. So level 57 drops 10 levels, or sorry, I can't do math, 5 levels higher than me. And I believe this player had a lot of loot. Yeah, a lot of loot. And my game crashed. But the resource reward is really, really helping. So quickly at 92, 34, 34, 30. So about 180% of resource reward. Let's upgrade something here. So quickly. You know what? Let's do critters, because they're the most expensive. And we'll jump right back into some players. I mean, yeah, you can see my loot going up really, really fast, and that's only because of my resource reward and the fact that I'm taking down players very fast. But resource reward is just so good. I am trying to not boost up every time I clear my map, because I am kind of running low on power powder. I have about 100, which is a lot, but also it's not that much, and I just know that I don't really need to be boosting it up right now. I mean, obviously it would help me getting to HQ 21 faster, but I want to save my power powder for when I'm at HQ 21 trying to upgrade my big offensive buildings, because that's when I actually want to upgrade them as fast as possible. If I don't get a big upgrade done, a big defensive upgrade done today, I can just do a little defensive upgrade. I mean, everything needs to get upgraded eventually. It will take me longer to get to the next HQ, but Oh man, this guy had a lot less loot than the last player. I was trying to roll the dice and get someone better. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about how much loot I lost out on by finding a new opponent. It's alright though. This player though is pretty strong. Probably an HQ like 24, 25. HQ 24. That's one thing I'm really bad at, just looking at the HQ and knowing what HQ it is by the graphics of it. Because each HQ changes kind of in style. But yeah, level 65 drops, a little bit of loot. Honestly, not as bad, not as much as I wanted. Let's destroy. Come on. I'm running low on time. We'll just destroy this just so I can get more loot. My tribe boosts are not in these regions, or my militia is not upgraded in those regions. Okay. I mean, we can't really do anything else. So let's add up the amount of loot we got and I will be back. Okay, we actually ran out of space in our logs here. So I'm going to have to kind of remember where I started from. I think I started at around 1.1 million gold. So I spent 8 million on critters. So I got about 9 million gold. I think I started wood at like 700,000. So we'll call it 5.5 million. So that brings our total up to 13.5 million. And then I think stone and iron, we had about 200,000. So that's 4.5 million stone, which brings us up to 18 million. And then we'll just say 4 million iron. So 22 million loot in 12 minutes. That is what I'm talking about. We did a very expensive critter upgrade, and now we can do 2 big defensive upgrades. So rocket launchers are maxed out, but this one, so I have 2 maxed out rocket launchers. This shock launcher is pretty expensive. Doesn't really give me a lot of experience though, so I might honestly pass on it. I'm literally just trying to get experience right now. So we'll do a boom cannon. And dang, I should have done the rocket launcher first actually. And let's actually buy a second builder, making sure we're using code Cosmic first. All right, we got our second builder, and oh, we can still do the rocket launcher. There we go. We'll do the rocket launcher, and then for the extra amount of loot, let's pick a dive spot for our gold, and let's trade in some stuff here. So I should not have traded in that stone. Oh well. You know, it's all right. Okay. I still don't have enough to even do my upgrade. Okay, whatever. I'm slowly trying to max out my tribe so I get 100% of the loot when I destroy an NPC. I've done 4, have to do 2 more. And oh, what? We had a resource reward. That's the only tribe I recommend you boost. I guess it ends in a day. I didn't even realize that. It ends in a day, so that probably would have been a waste if I boosted it up. But I hope you enjoyed this video of seeing how much loot I could get in 12 minutes of map clearing. If you enjoyed, please drop a like, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.